Hello, and welcome to my VHS archive of sorts. Today we're going to be looking at all of the movies in my VHS tape collection that have monkeys in them. And some of you might be surprised at how few movies I actually own that have monkeys in them. But that's liable to change at any given time. If I see a VHS tape out in the wild that has a monkey in it, you know it's going to be coming home with me. I think everybody's just hoarding all their monkey tapes because I can't find any of them. And these are the only ones that I have that do. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. We're going to start off strong with one of my childhood favorites. This is one that I've watched countless times. I owned it as a kid, so I didn't even have to go to the VHS rental store to rent it. I had it in the home 24/7. I could watch it whenever I wanted, and I did. That, of course, is George of the Jungle. There he is, Brendan Fraser with a bird on his head. What can I say about this movie? I love it. I think it comes from a very interesting time period where I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know why they did it. But everybody was like, "Hey, Brendan Fraser should play a bunch of like classic cartoon characters and we're going to make them into movies." So we've got George of the Jungle. We've got Dudley Do-Right. But also even more curiously, I've noticed is people really fixated on how good Brendan Fraser is at pretending to be like a monkey man. Because it all started with Encino Man, right? He was a caveman. That's basically like a monkey man. Then we've got George of the Jungle, right? Where he's, again, like a monkey man. Then we've also got Monkey Bone, where again, he's playing a man possessed by a monkey. And we'll get back to talking about that one. And I just find that very interesting that, Hollywood noticed how good Brendan Fraser is at pretending to be a monkey, and they really went with it. And I think this is a really, really good example of everything that I just said. As far as a George of the Jungle, what's the word I'm looking for? Not remake. Adaptation. As a George of the Jungle adaptation, I think it does a really good job of, sticking with the humor of the cartoon. So it's all very stupid. It's kind of, I wouldn't say dry humor, but it's very punny. That sort of like Rocky and Bullwinkle style. I think it translates really, really well into this stupid movie. But it's really fun. It's got John Cleese as an ape named Ape. And it's also got just some really fun practical monkey effects. And I would still to this day recommend it. I still get a kick out of this movie whenever I watch it. And it's got, I think, one of the, maybe not one of the funniest jokes of all time, but it's got a really good joke where, it's got the narrator, right? So the narrator's narrating the tale, and the group of people they found Monkey Mountain or something, and it's a mountain that looks like an ape. Maybe it's Ape Mountain. I think it's called Ape Mountain. And the narrator's like, "Oh," and they looked on it with awe, and then everybody goes, "Ah," and he says, "No, not that kind of awe," and then they go, "Ah." Maybe you should just watch the movie instead of listening to me talk about it, right? Yeah. Go watch George of the Jungle. It's a fun time. Oddly enough, this is a kids movie, but I would say it's a really good chick flick. So get your girls together and watch George of the Jungle. Now we can talk about Monkey Bone. Monkey Bone is another Brendan Fraser pretending to be a monkey movie, which I still think is such an odd thing that I can say. And here's another thing. So originally in my collection, the way I was organizing these, at least these two movies, is they are both movies where on the box art Brendan Fraser has an animal on his head, and that will probably stay the same. But Monkey Bone, if you don't know what Monkey Bone is about a artist, a comic book artist who is getting a TV show, right? And he's not too happy about it. His TV show is Monkey Bone. That's his OC. And Brendan Fraser gets in a car accident and is stuck in a coma now. So he's in a coma land where he meets Monkey Bone. And they go on a fun little adventure and nonsense ensues. This is not a good movie. I would say it is a bad movie. I'd say it's a really bad movie. But it is one of my all-time favorites. It's one where I see the vision. I know what they were going for. And this is for those of you who don't know, this is a Henry Selick film. That is the man who directed Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline, Mirror Mask. So it's got stop motion in it, and the stop motion is incredible. That's what really made me fall in love with this movie the first time I saw it. I've seen this movie countless times. I was terrified of it as a kid. Like, look at that poster. That dead guy on it. Baby me. I was like, no, this is a terrifying movie. Look at this evil monkey. I could tell this monkey was evil just by looking at the poster. So I didn't watch it until maybe 5 years ago, and I haven't stopped talking about it since. Highly recommend Monkey Bone, but at the same time, I do not recommend this movie. Do not watch this movie if you want an enjoyable time. However, do watch this movie if you want to watch something really weird, kind of bad, but with absolutely spectacular practical effects and visuals. And I'd say like the ending is actually really good. It has its moments. This would be a pretty good double feature too, not gonna lie. Next, another movie I cannot in good conscience recommend anybody watch, but another one that I watched a whole lot as a kid. I thought it was hilarious. I can't say that I feel the same way about it now. I don't hate it, but it does have a gorilla in it. I guess. Okay, so maybe only one of these movies has an actual monkey in it. The rest of them are apes. Doesn't matter, I'm still recommending them. Baby's Day Out. It's about a baby who gets kidnapped by these criminals. And he escapes and goes on an adventure trying to find all the places around New York that were in his Baby's Day Out book, right? And he meets a gorilla, and the criminals keep trying to find him. I still have the proof of purchase, even though I bought it at a thrift store. Let's take a look at the label. I haven't been showing you the label for these movies, which is something I want to do. Here's the label. It's really hard to read. I don't know whose idea it was to put the blue on the blue like that, but it was not a good one. If this alone is kind of like a warning sign that the rest of the movie is going to be about that quality. But it does have the actress who plays Donna in Twin Peaks. She's in it. And it's got some bumbling idiots being crushed by a gorilla. I would say it is not undeniably, irresistibly, irrationally funny. I would not say that. I would not say it's a winning, adorably funny comedy, nor would I say it's fun. It's a scream. I would say it's stupid. It's saying it's got a hilarious mix of comedy and groundbreaking special effects. I would say it's got a man in a gorilla costume. Speaking of man in a gorilla costume, we've got the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes. I own 2 Tim Burton films. This is one of them. No, that's not true. Yes, it is true. Wait. Doesn't matter. We're not talking about the other one right now. We're talking about Planet of the Apes. Now, as I come to understand it, this might not be the most widely loved Planet of the Apes film. I, however, I really liked it. What more is there to say? It's got great practical effects. It is kind of stupid, but I mean, all the Planet of the Apes movies are. What more is there to say? And speaking of Planet of the Apes, I do have all of the originals. I have been slowly watching through all of them because I hadn't seen them. I've only seen the new ones and that one. So I've watched Planet of the Apes, which let me just be completely open and honest with you. I think it still holds up really, really well. We all know the ending. We all know the twist at the end that Planet of the Apes is our home, planet Earth, with the iconic Statue of Liberty in ruins. But I think the ending still holds quite a big impact, even though you know it's coming the entire time. Look, it's even on the front cover. And I will say, that's one thing about this particular collection of these movies, is in the beginning of each and every single one of them, right? They have a trailer for the movie you're about to watch, but I don't think it's the theatrical trailer. I think it is a special trailer that has been made for this box set. But the trailer that they play right before the movie spoils the entire movie. Like, it just goes through the entire thing just to show you, oh, remember all of these parts that happen in the movie you're about to watch? So, I mean, the ending is spoiled just from the trailer in the beginning of the movie in the first place. So, if that's annoying and you haven't seen all these movies, don't buy this box set. And Beneath the Planet of the Apes was really bad. It doesn't have nearly as many apes as I would like. I didn't like it at all. It had nuclear warhead worshipping humans. That's not what I sign up for when I watch a Planet of the Apes movie, right? But the next one, Escape from the Planet of the Apes. This looks interesting. It's got the apes in what look to be spacesuits. That'll be exciting, right? I'll find out. Visit from Future Man. Well, there you have it, friends and enemies. My entire collection of movies that have monkeys in them, or I guess apes in them. We've got Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. We've got Tim Burton Planet of the Apes. We've got Baby's Day Out, and of course we have Monkey Bone and George of the Jungle. If I were to recommend any of these movies, George of the Jungle, without a doubt, is the best. If I would tell you one to avoid like the plague, it might be Beneath the Planet of the Apes. I was thinking you might have a little more fun watching Baby's Day Out, even though it is really bad and very stupid. But Beneath the Planet of the Apes was just boring. To me, anyway. So those are my tapes. I hope you enjoyed. And maybe got some recommendations. Maybe you're interested in them. I don't know. I'll see you next time. See you later.